There are
Coffin
only
in a coffin.
94 bunks for 135 crew members. This means that roughly 40 sailors don't even have their own bed.
All the privates can eat a fat one. You get to sleep on the floor. How submarine sailors eat, sleep, and survive for 3 months underwater. This is nightmare fuel. You will not catch me on a submarine.
How do these modern warriors manage to sleep in spaces smaller than your bedroom closet, eat fresh meals months into their mission, and maintain their sanity while surrounded by nothing but endless
like
ocean?
freshly microwaved?
The answers will shock you and give you a whole new appreciation for the incredible men and women who defend our freedoms beneath the waves.
Imagine somebody legit being like, don't disrespect me. I defend your freedom under the waves. I'm a submariner. You're a wiener?
We're talking about engineering marvels that turn seawater into drinking water, oxygen generation systems that literally split water molecules, and food storage techniques so advanced that crews can enjoy ice cream 200 feet underwater.
So y'all are big chillin'. Underwater dance party.
By the end of this journey, you'll understand why submarine service is considered one of the most elite assignments in the entire military, and why these underwater guardians deserve our deepest respect and admiration.
That's crazy, because every single person I've ever met that was worked on a submarine, I've literally looked at them dead in the eyes and gone, that's gay. Oh, I don't care. That's boring. I'm a warfighter. For people who work on submarines, like, it sounds like y'all have like a really good career. Like y'all have a really nice life. But I want no parts. I work on a nuclear submarine. You know how hard that assignment is? Do you know how I've never fucking gave a shit about that assignment?
Imagine trying to sleep in a space that's literally smaller than most people's walk-in closets. We're talking about bunks that measure just 74 inches long by 25 inches wide, with only 18 inches of headroom above you.
How about we make the submarines bigger? Problem solved, dude. Make a bigger submarine equals bigger beds. Now you get to fuck comfortably, okay? Duh. I didn't go to school for science and engineering, but if I got to do it, I will. And I just solved a huge problem.
To put that in perspective, that's about as roomy as lying inside a large refrigerator. But here's where it gets even more challenging. On Virginia-class submarines like the USS Missouri, there are only 94 bunks for 135 crew members. This means that roughly 40 sailors don't even have their own bed.
All the privates can eat a fat one. You get to sleep on the floor.
Instead, they participate in what's called hot bunking, or hot racking, a practice where multiple sailors share the same bunk in rotation. Picture this. You finish your 6-hour watch shift, exhausted and ready to collapse. You head to your assigned bunk, but it's still warm from the sailor who just got up to start his shift. The sheets might still hold the warmth from their body, and you have to hope they followed proper hygiene protocols. This isn't just 100%. Uncomfortable.
Bro, you better hope y'all don't hate each other. You're just, God damn it, I hate my hot bunkmate jerking off all over the whole fucking mattress and shit.
Now, on newer deployments, crews work 8-hour shifts with 16 hours between watches. This change has dramatically improved sleep quality and overall crew performance. What's truly impressive is how these sailors maintain their bunks. Each person gets a briefcase-sized locker for their personal belongings.
Wow, guys. I just gotta say, the way you organize your bunk, thank you for doing that for your country.
Case-sized locker for their personal belongings. That's it. Everything you own for 3 months has to fit in a space smaller than most airplane carry-on bags. Yet somehow, these organized warriors make it work.
Yeah, and I was going to say you have a spot under the bunk.
3 high, and each one has a curtain for privacy. It's the only personal space these sailors get during their entire deployment.
Imagine you're in the middle, and you're on like a different shift than the people on the top and the bottom. You're finally drifting off to sleep, and then someone else's shift gets done. You're laying down. Oh, I finally get to rest. A fucking crusty-ass foot slides in through the curtains. Did you get on the top bunk?
Sleeping on a submarine isn't just about physical comfort. The constant hum of machinery, the occasional sonar pings, and the subtle movements of the vessel become a lullaby that experienced submariners actually find comforting. Many veterans report that they sleep better underwater than they do on land, because the familiar sounds and gentle rocking motion create a sense of security.
I believe it. I sleep better on the floor than I do in my bed.
Before a submarine leaves port, they load approximately 15,000 pounds of food. That's 160 pounds of food per sailor for the entire patrol.
Bro, what if I'm trying to binge
put this in
eat?
perspective, That's like loading
What
3
if I'm trying to
full-size
gain
pickup
weight?
trucks worth of groceries for a 3-month camping trip. But here's where it gets really interesting. Space is so precious on a submarine that food gets stored everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Sailors literally walk on top of canned goods for the first few.
So here's a question. In the Army, when we like go out to the field, everybody has like their licky chewy stickies and all that shit that you bring to the field with you. You have so many things. You got your cans of dip, all your other caffeine and nicotine. You've got your beef jerky, your Monster cans, you fucking name it, right? For all the people who work on submarines, what are like or anybody in general, I guess. If you're not a submarine person and you go to the field, okay, field and submarine people, what are like the things you always bring? For me at first, it was like Red Bulls, Monsters, and like a pound bag of beef jerky. But then I realized I just have no reserve, and legit all my Monsters, Red Bulls, and the pound of beef jerky, it's all gone in like 2 or 3 days. So I don't ration it. So I just completely stopped wasting my money, because then I get depressed 3 days in the field when I got nothing to eat. So I just stick with whatever I get lucky in my MRE. I just don't get my hopes up. That's the type of soldier I'm. Just being depressed the whole time is the key.
They sleep on boxes of food covered with cardboard. Some shower stalls get converted into temporary food storage areas.
That doesn't sound like good. Y'all not passing a food inspection, on God.
Cans and cases were stacked in sleeping areas until the crew ate their way down to normal floor level. It's like an edible countdown calendar, where the path to your bunk gradually clears as the mission progresses. Fresh food is treated like gold on these underwater missions. Fruits, vegetables, milk, and bread typically last about 2 weeks if they're lucky.
Y'all got...
After that,
you guys literally have a buffet, dude. We eat fucking MREs for weeks. Flyweight getting pissed off.
These culinary artists face challenges that no restaurant chef could imagine. They're cooking in a galley smaller than most home kitchens, but they're feeding more people than many
pizza look hella dry, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll take it. I'll take it over majority of field food.
So everything is prepared using industrial-grade convection ovens, high-efficiency induction cookers, and pressure-controlled deep fryers. The meal schedule itself is designed for both nutrition and morale. Submarines serve 4 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight rations. The midnight meal isn't just a snack. It's a full
lunch
meal
and
designed
midnight
to keep
rations.
the night shift properly fueled.
What the fuck is that? Bitch, here's 2 MREs for the day. Don't die. I'm specifically talking about the field, right? On deployment, yo. Cereal, protein bars, 24. They're the shit ones, but bagels, some bread, some toast.
Here's something that
I'm such a piece
showcases
of
the
shit.
Navy's attention to detail. They rotate the meal schedule every few days so that different shift workers don't get stuck eating the same type of meal every day. Imagine if the night shift always had to eat breakfast food at midnight, or if the morning crew...
Imagine if they had to eat the same breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight rations every day like everybody else in the military. I'm getting borderline Air Force activities right now.
But let me share some specific numbers that show just how much food we're talking about. One Virginia-class submarine carries 1,500 pounds of ribeye beef, 1,000 pounds of ground beef, 900 pounds of chicken breast, 300 pounds of bacon, 5,500 pounds of flour, 2,500 pounds of sugar, and more than 1,000 pounds of coffee.
Why are we bro, ribeye? I don't even know if some people have tasted that in like the active army. I don't even know if that's ever been like within eyesight. I don't even know if that's affordable after a paycheck for some people. Can't even afford that at a fucking Denny's or an IHOP with the discount.
The most impressive part? After 110 days at sea, one submarine crew reported being down to just 1 canned ham, a large supply of white cake mix, and some dehydrated fruits and vegetables. They
Bro,
had
I'm eating
calculated their
somebody.
food.
I'll do cannibalism. On God, I'll do cannibalism if we have to.
Submarines are famous throughout the Navy for having the best food. Ice cream is served regularly. Desserts are a standard part of every meal, and special occasion meals rival what you'd find at a good restaurant. It's the Navy's way of acknowledging that these sailors are making extraordinary sacrifices, and they deserve extraordinary treatment in return.
What about the legit individuals getting shot in the face? Bro who steps on IED and said legs that did exist no more. You don't get ice cream. But those boys below the waves, they're going to get ice cream. because they deserve it. They're going to get that 1,000 pounds of coffee. And you're going to get no legs and an MRE, and you're going to appreciate it.
Let's start with oxygen, since that's pretty important for staying alive. Modern nuclear submarines use a process called electrolysis to literally split seawater into hydrogen and oxygen. Here's how this miracle works. They take ordinary seawater, run powerful electrical current through it, using sophisticated proton exchange membrane cells, and separate the water molecules into their basic components. The scale of this operation is staggering. A typical adult consumes about 600 liters of oxygen per day.
The video's for show, right?
basic
A person consumes 600 liters of oxygen per day. What about mouth breathers? I know they're doubling that. What about bigger people walking up steps? What do those numbers look like?
Multiply that by 130 crew members, and you're talking about 78,000 liters of oxygen needed daily. The submarine's electrolytic oxygen generators can produce this amount continuously, as long as they have electrical power and...
Are we making shit up to make me feel stupid? Electrolytical magnificent participle watero construction.
The crew also needs fresh water for drinking, cooking, and personal hygiene. Remember, they're surrounded by water, but it's all salt water that would dehydrate and eventually kill them if they drank it. The solution is an engineering marvel called a distillation plant. This system can produce between 10,000 and 40,000 gallons of fresh water per day. That's enough to supply a small town.
Bro, imagine one motherfucker who's driving the actual submarine has a bad day. I hate my life. Bro, I hope somebody's ready on standby to just punch that dude in the head at all times, just in case he loses it.
Then cooling that steam back into pure water, leaving all the salt behind. Most of this water actually goes to cooling the submarine's electronic equipment, but
I'm so
plenty
thankful
remains
I've
for
never
the
had to
crew's
be on a
needs.
submarine.
Think about that for a moment.
I never
These
want to
submarines
be
are
on a
completely
submarine.
self-sufficient for the most basic needs of human survival.
I don't actually want to survive on a submarine. I would much rather die before I get on it.
Creating oxygen and water is only part of the challenge. They also have to remove the poison that the crew naturally produces just by breathing. Carbon dioxide.
I was like,
as CO2 levels rise, the air becomes toxic.
Are
and eventually
assassination
deadly.
attempts happening?
Submarines handle this with chemical scrubbers that use compounds like soda lime.
Damn, I know them fucking seats ain't comfortable.
Deadly.
But if you fuck up, you all die. That's the guy ready to punch that guy in the head, and this is the guy ready to punch this dude in the head. Their farts are just fucking up the whole boat. The oxygen straight from the Buddiest Maximus. Jake with the biddies, man. Thank you so much. I love your videos. Hey, I appreciate you, dude.
Compounds like soda lime, a mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. These chemicals literally grab carbon dioxide molecules out of the air through chemical reactions and trap them safely. The submarine can then dispose of the captured CO2 by releasing it into the ocean when conditions permit.
Bro, I know I'd
Modern
be hitting my head on
submarines
so
also have
much
incredibly
shit.
sophisticated atmosphere.
I know I'm fucking hitting my head on stuff.
Here's something that shows just how advanced these systems have become. The atmospheric monitoring equipment has documented operational availability of over 99% after more than 5 million hours of operation. That's reliability that puts most home...
No. Dude, some of these numbers are so fucking big, I just don't know what they're talking about anymore.
Now let's discuss something that might not be glamorous, but it's absolutely critical for submarine operations. Waste management. When you're sealed in a steel tube for 3 months with 130 other people, dealing with human waste isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. Modern submarines use vacuum toilet systems, similar to what you'd find on commercial aircraft, but much more sophisticated. When a sailor uses the restroom, waste goes first into a vacuum tank, then into a pressurized sanitary holding tank.
I swear to God if they hit us with some, but we have such advanced systems, we recycle the piss shit into drinking water. Better fucking not. I better not hear nothing like that right now. That better not be a thing.
The system is designed so that even when the main holding tank is being emptied, the toilets continue to function normally. This might seem like a minor detail, but it represents a huge improvement over older systems. On submarines from previous generations, using the toilet incorrectly could result in sewage backing up into the submarine.
We better not have a flooded poop submarine.
The holding tanks are emptied by pressurizing them with compressed air and blowing the contents overboard. This can only be done when the submarine is in international waters, at least 3 nautical miles from any shore.
We're dumping our poop in Indian waters, okay? They're like, we never do this in American waters. Only international waters, we drop the poo-poo bomb. So can't shit on home base. No, not on home base water.
Solid waste management is equally impressive. All dry waste gets compacted and placed in special perforated steel cans that are fabricated right on board the submarine.
That is a fucking garbage can, bro. You can buy this at Target. Special perforated, gadurbrated. Bro, it's a garbage can.
With metal weights added to ensure they sink to the ocean floor. The cans are ejected through a trash disposal unit, essentially a torpedo tube designed specifically for garbage. The precision required for this system is
Was that a fucking dolphin or am I tweaking? Hold on.
Torpedo tube designed specifically for garbage. The precision required for this.
I noticed. Dude, that was a dolphin. I need to calm the fuck down. Bro, dude, are we killing dolphins with submarines? The submarines probably going like fucking 50 miles per hour in the ocean. These fucking dolphins are just getting nailed, dude. These dolphins are like, oh, look, cool, a big boom.
The precision required.
Bro, the dolphins
for
are
this
touching the
system is
submarine.
remarkable. The submarine's crew has to calculate exactly how much waste they'll generate over a 90-day period and ensure
so
they
we're
have enough
polluting the
storage
ocean. That's cool.
capacity and disposal materials for the entire mission. But here's what really shows
there's just a bunch of
detail. Submarines
and another,
pack out all
God damn you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You motherfucker. What did I do that made us just get to here? In a 500 years, we're going to see thousands of these at the bottom of the ocean. Look at me like, what's in it? Wow. This garbage still littering, bitch. All the trash in India still goes to the bottom.
Brotherhood beneath the waves. What truly makes submarine life work isn't just the technology. It's the incredible culture and unwritten rules that these sailors develop to maintain their sanity and unit cohesion during months
this
of
culture is like
isolation.
incredible as
First
fuck.
and most important, no politics. In a space where 130 people are
Okay, yeah, that's a fucking lie. I know y'all are talking about politics. Bitch, that's supposed to be rule number 1 at Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving. That's the first shit we talking about. Half of the video is bullshit. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Half the video is actual bullshit. And then the other half of the video is fuck you, that's bullshit.
in a space where 130 people are living closer together than most families. Discussing divisive political topics could destroy unit cohesion. So submariners simply don't do it. They focus
No, we
on
all
their
do
mission,
it. We
their
just do our
shipmates,
fucking job.
and their
And then we hate each other after work.
noise discipline is sacred. Someone is always sleeping on a submarine because of the shift rotations. So crew members never slam doors, speak loudly in sleeping areas, or make unnecessary noise.
Oh no, Chad's sleeping. I better not make a bunch of noise. I'm gonna fart in Chad's face.
Shower etiquette is strictly observed. Water is precious, even though
What do you mean by that? Shower etiquette is observed at all times. There's cameras everywhere, so we know if you don't wash your ass. Diddy? P. Diddy?
most submariners limit showers to 3 to 5 minutes. Get wet, turn off the water, soap up, turn the water back on, and rinse off quickly. But perhaps most importantly, submariners develop an incredible sense of mutual respect and shared sacrifice.
Bro, what are you talking? Bro, service members in general are not doing that.
The pride factor is enormous. Submarine service is entirely voluntary, and submariners know they're part of an elite community. Only about 1% of Navy personnel serve on submarines.
This elite word's
and earning
pissing
your
me off.
dolphins, the submarine warfare pin, is considered one of the highest honors in naval.
It is like an honor to work on a submarine. That's always been a thing. It is respected. I'll give them that. And 7 with the biddy said, this pissing me off and I'm not even a service member. Bro, it's all good. I respect everybody who's getting pissed off.
Heroes in the depths. Even with all this advanced technology and careful planning, submarines face dangers that test their crew's courage and skill in ways most of us can't imagine.
Sometimes they don't get hot water. They get cold water. And when they do, everybody on the boat strokes the pipes to heat up the water. So that way, every member on the submarine can have hot water. What are you talking about?
The ultimate test of submarine endurance came in March 2024, when HMS Vengeance of the Royal Navy spent an incredible 201 days underwater. That's nearly 7 months submerged.
An incredible 201?
To put this achievement in perspective, the crew spent more than half a year without seeing sunlight, breathing fresh air, or having any contact with the outside world.
None of
except
that
for
sounds
brief,
good to me,
encrypted
buddy.
communication.
Wow, that's so sick.
The fact that HMS Vengeance stayed down for 2 whole 1 days required exceptional planning, crew endurance, and probably some very creative meal planning toward the end of the mission. The limiting factor for these extended missions isn't life support. The nuclear reactor can run for 25 years, and the submarine can make unlimited oxygen and fresh water. The limit is food storage.
This might be a dumb question, let alone from somebody in the military. What is the point of submarines at this point? Nukes? Who gives a fuck? We have other sites we can shoot nukes from. Psychological is more like realistic. Like if it was like nuclear interception for like hypersonic rockets and stuff like that, that makes sense to me. But last time I checked, I don't know what type of capabilities submarines have for shit like that. And we won't know for a couple years.
The human factor, mental strength underwater. What makes someone choose submarine duty?
No fucking idea.
It takes a special kind of person to volunteer for months of confinement in a steel...
Takes a special kind of person to do this. Any volunteers? I do it! I want to do it! I would like to do it!
Physical fitness becomes a challenge when your gym might be the torpedo room or a small exercise bike squeezed into a corner. When your gym might be the torpedo...
Bro, is this a punishment? You're gonna go ride the bicycle in the room for 50 minutes. That's how they power the sub, is just some little dude on a bike.
The control rooms look like something from a science fiction movie. Gone are the traditional periscopes and analog gauges. Everything is computerized, from navigation to weapon systems to life support monitoring. Multiple screens display everything from sonar images to engineering status to weather conditions.
Congratulations, you're dying.
The submarines themselves are acoustic marvels. Every piece of equipment is designed and tested to minimize noise.
Bro, if I'm being honest, if we don't got like a TV, even though the ocean is just darkness, showing me a live feed of out front, I'm fucking pissed the whole time.
Modern submarine hulls are designed to withstand crushing ocean pressure at depths that would destroy earlier vessels. The engineering tolerances are so precise that a submarine hull represents one of the most perfectly manufactured objects humans have ever created. The Elite Brotherhood, earning your dolphin.
Dude, the fucking... Can we stop using the elite word? It's fucking my head up, man. We're losing the value of the word elite.
Submariners trust their lives to every other person on that boat. And earning your dolphins means you've proven yourself worthy of that trust.
You want to be here?
This brotherhood extends.
You better earn those dolphins, buddy.
Duty. Submarine veterans maintain connections that last their entire lives. They share experiences that civilians can't understand and challenges that create bonds stronger than family ties.
I know y'all fucking hate each other. I'm a Navy SEAL. Well, you're not an underwater guardian like our submariners.
These underwater warriors voluntarily leave behind everything most of us
there we go. We got a camera.
Sunlight,
hell
fresh
yeah.
air, personal space, privacy, and contact with love.
Yeah, are we on a submarine or is this the New York Stock Exchange? Because I'm just seeing fucking charts and graphs and, you know, they out here making money on Wall Street under the ocean. Yeah, just casually trading. Everybody on the submarine's a casual day trader.
To patrol the depths and protect our freedom. They do it for months at a time, in conditions that would challenge the strongest among us. From sleeping in spaces smaller than closets to eating meals prepared in kitchens tinier than most people's
doing all
bathrooms.
this, your girl just at
From
home.
breathing artificially created air to drinking water
clapped.
made from the ocean around them. Every aspect of their lives requires sacrifice.
Did this dolphin just kill itself?
Every aspect of their lives requires sacrifice.
Bro just jumped in front of a movie. He's like, I can't take it anymore. I came to the cove and caught my bitch fucking a shark. I'm done. I'm done.
The next time you see our flag flying free, remember that part of that freedom is protected by submarines you'll never see, carrying crews whose names you'll never know, operating in depths where the rest of us could never survive. These are America's silent warriors, and they deserve our deepest respect, gratitude, and admiration. If this...
Our deepest? Fuck special operations, Delta Force, eat a dick, SEAL Team 6, you control nothing of the seas. It's all about the submariners, okay?
Journey into the depths has given you a new appreciation for our submarine forces. Show your support
complete
by hitting
opposite.
that like.
Like those people who are addicted to trains, this person likes submarines, okay? But yeah, submarine insider.